So today we're going to be talking about the hotel which inspired Stephen King to write the hit book and film The Shining. To get you in the ghosty mood, here are some photos of paranormal that were supposedly caught in photos at the hotel. Anyway, if any of you are big horror fans like me, you'll probably know that King was actually inspired to write The Shining whilst he was staying at the Stanley Hotel in Colorado. So let's take a look at this notoriously haunted place. The hotel was built by Freeman Oscar Stanley. He moved to Colorado thinking that the fresh air would help cure his tuberculosis. In 1903 he arrived, weak and sickly, but after spending a little while there, he was restored to full health. Due to this miracle, he came back every summer to build up the hotel, and by 1909 the hotel was ready and open for business. Stanley unfortunately died at the age of 91 in 1940, and his ghost has been reported in the billiard room and the bar. His wife Flora has also been seen throughout the hotel and playing with the keys on the piano. The former housekeeper Elizabeth Wilson is a regular in room 217. People think a reason why she might frequent this room in particular is because when she was filling lanterns in there, an explosion occurred and she was seriously injured. She survived, but unfortunately passed a few years later. Guests report items being moved, their luggage being packed for them, and lights going on and off. Unmarried couples have also reported feeling a cold presence come between them whilst they're in bed. It seems that Mrs. Wilson isn't old-fashioned in her way of thinking. Another spirit that roams the halls is supposedly a child with autism called Billy. According to the tour guides, he often gets caught playing with visitors' hair and tends to appear to people who have some background working with developmental disorders. I think this might be true just because it's so oddly specific. On the fourth floor, guests tend to report hearing children running around and laughing. This floor is apparently where nannies would look after kids during the day. There's actually a pet cemetery on the property too, which might have been where Stephen King got the idea for his book and film, The Pet Sematary. That's purely speculation, but it seems like an odd coincidence. Anyway, some of the owner's animals have been buried there. As such, there have been reported ghost cats and dogs roaming around the site. There is also a cave system underneath the hotel. It has high levels of limestone and quartz. This is interesting because those rock formations supposedly attract spirits. Now let's have a look at specifically Stephen King's stay at the hotel. It was the last day of the season, so they were the only guests staying at the hotel. He stayed in room 217 and he had a lucid dream about his son being chased around the hotel. When he woke up in a sweat, he went out for a cigarette, looked up at the hotel, and started putting The Shining together. You can go visit the Stanley Hotel today, and if you have some connections, you could probably stay in room 217. It sounds like a really crazy place. I'd love to visit.